In a forgotten corner of Vermont, down a long, crooked road, sat an ancient manor known only as Withering House. It was a grand estate once, with tall black shutters and stone lions guarding its doors. But time had wrung it dry of life. Windows were broken like shattered eyes, and ivy strangled the once proud walls. Long ago, Withering House belonged to a wealthy, cruel man named Master Horace Renfield. Horace was feared by all who crossed his path, not for his money, but for the dark arts he was rumored to practice in secret. Among his many servants was a young maid named Eliza Hartwell, a bright and kind girl with soft brown eyes and a soul as warm as a summer morning. Eliza had been brought to Withering House against her will, her family indebted to Horace after a rigged deal left them penniless. She was made to scrub the endless halls, tend to the cold fires, and serve at Horace's every whim. But her beauty and light were thorns in Horace's side. He despised anything that reminded him of the innocence he had long since lost. In a fit of rage one stormy night, Horace did the unthinkable. He sealed Eliza's fate with a wicked ritual, using ancient, corrupted spells whispered down through centuries. He slaughtered her and bound her spirit to the house, crafting a spell so dark that even the earth around Withering House seemed to wither and die. Her soul, now corrupted, was forced to serve Horace's hideous desires. She would lure travelers to the house, drive them mad with visions, or worse, until their minds shattered and they were never seen again. The house became a well of despair, swallowing all who dared trespass. But no evil holds forever. One night, perhaps centuries later, the spell finally cracked, maybe from the wearing of time, maybe from the countless prayers of the innocent. Eliza, her mind returning, turned her wrath on her wicked master. In a final act of defiance, she dragged Horace's soul down into the depths of the manor, where he would remain imprisoned forever. Yet, Eliza was still not free. She was trapped between worlds, crying out for help to anyone who could hear her. And so the house sat abandoned, tainted by unseen sorrow. People who bought the house never lasted long. In the dead of night, they would hear their names whispered from empty rooms, feel cold fingers brush their cheeks, or see fleeting glimpses of a young maid weeping in the halls. Dreams of drowning in shadows, of hands pulling them down, of voices begging, "Please, free me." No one stayed. That was until Cindy Waller moved in with her parents. Cindy was different, quiet, withdrawn. She spoke little, but when she did, it was with startling wisdom, like she heard things others could not. Her parents, desperate for a fresh start, bought the house at auction for a price too low to question. They laughed off the old tales. Cindy did not. From the first night, Cindy felt the house breathing around her. She heard the whispers in the vents, the weeping in the attic. She found strange, old letters hidden behind cracked panels, letters from Eliza herself, scrawled in a trembling hand, begging for release. The dreams began. Vivid dreams of walking endless corridors, of holding a lantern against the encroaching dark, and always of a girl in a torn maid's uniform reaching for her, eyes pleading, "Help me." And Cindy, unlike all who came before, didn't run. She listened. One rain-soaked evening, drawn by an unseen force, Cindy followed the weeping through the house, up to the rotting attic. There, hidden beneath loose floorboards, she found it. An ancient, blackened tome, Horace's Book of Dark Rituals. Its pages still hummed with cursed energy. Trembling, but determined, Cindy read aloud the words meant to undo what had been done. The house groaned. The walls bled. Shadows slithered and shrieked. Eliza appeared, but not as the innocent maid Cindy had seen in dreams. No. For a moment, she was monstrous, her face twisted by centuries of pain and fury. She lunged not to harm Cindy, but to protect her. Behind Cindy, the spirit of Horace, wretched and roaring with rage, clawed his way out of the dark. The final battle had begun. With a strength born of pure will, Cindy finished the incantation as the house crumbled around her. Light burst through the rotted beams, burning Horace's spirit into ash. Eliza's monstrous form softened, and for the first time in centuries, she smiled. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice a breeze. The house collapsed that night, swallowed by the earth itself. Nothing but a blackened scar remained where Withering House once stood. Cindy survived. She and her family moved far away, and though she never spoke much of what happened, sometimes, at night, Cindy could feel a soft, warm hand squeeze hers a final thank you from a soul she had freed. As for Withering Hollow, locals say that when the mist rolls heavy across the fields, you can still hear the faint echo of a maid's song, carried on the wind. Finally, at peace. Or is she? Because not every soul leaves clean. And so ends the tale of Whisper Hollow, and the maid whose spirit would not be broken. Some say the past never truly sleeps. It lingers, it waits, and sometimes it calls out to those brave enough to listen. Would you have answered Eliza's cry for help, or would you, like so many before, have turned away, leaving her to drift in sorrow forever? Tell us, would you have dared stay one night inside Withering House? Until we meet again, traveler, remember, every shadow holds a story, and here, in Folktales of Many Tribes, no tale ever truly ends. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell, so you never miss the next whisper from the dark corners of the world.